Good morning, everybody. Got a nice peaceful morning here. Look at the fog coming off the pond here. That floating log over there looks like an alligator out there in the center. I think it's one of those water plants, lilies, or whatever you call those things. All right, well, we made some good progress last week. I'm gonna get in here this morning and probably pull some of that brush out right there, get my path going through the woods over there, and I'm probably going to go back to that other side and see if I can't finish that corner up and then work my way back around over here for today. So I've got to, we filled the machine up before we left Saturday. I just need to spin around and put some grease on the bucket pins real quick. And it looks like Robert got a lot of this corner cleared the other day while I was over there working with the 330. So I'm going to come back in here and start over here and work down that shoreline, getting those trees taken down and put over here into a pile. So I was thinking about maybe leaving that little cedar tree. Found a nice oak right there I think I can leave, and yeah, we'll just kind of clean it up and see what everything looks like. We're on the clearing. I need to move a little bit of this brush right here so that I actually have a spot to put the brush I'm going to clean up. So I'm going to throw some of this in a pile here real quick. My plan was to leave it laying out this week to kind of dry out a little faster, but I'm running out of real estate to work, so I'm going to have to clean some of it up, throw it in a pile. It'll still dry out, just not as fast. A lot of this stuff's small anyways, so it shouldn't really matter too much, hopefully. Definitely gonna make a nice big burn pile right here though. Oh, for sure. Get all the big stuff without too much dirt. Opens everything up when you can get it condensed into one pile. See if I can't splash some water on the windows and clean those a little bit. I had a tree this morning fling mud right all over the side of the side windows here. If I can get those cleaned up a little bit. It don't take long for the windows to get dirty. Alright, I'm going to finish grabbing this pile right here, transferring it over, and then go over there and work on the pond slopes over there, kind of getting those trees pulled out and laid over here into windrows to dry out. Let's clean up the pond bank here. So I got a few trees along the bank right here I'm going to pull out. As mentioned before, they are nothing but roots. Like every time you have trees by the edge of the pond, they just grow nothing but a giant mat of roots. So you just got to grab them, throw them over here to the side, and just let the sun dry them out so that all that dirt and mud will come off of them. Even that little gum tree, or some sort of little hardwood tree. It's got a more roots on it than a big tree does. Just lay it right there, let the sun do its work. At least they do fall down relatively easy. Which is a problem about leaving them, because the first big winds you get, they blow over. Just throwing it there a little better. Just let them sit there and dry out some. I did get that pile of brush moved to kind of get a little more room to pile everything up. You don't want to put all this muddy, dirty stuff over top of all that clean brush. It'll just mix it all together and make a mess. Best thing to do is just grab it, lay it over here, and just let it sit until I'm ready to burn. Dirt and mud on those roots, they'll probably stay green for a week. See if we can't grab that maple tree over here in the pond. Big old pile of roots from that other stump. Just throw those over here out of the way. If it dries out some, it dries out some. Start from right here, work our way back. Both of those are going to come out once. Maple trees. Shake a little bit of dirt off. Clean that just right. You're talking about it will wrap the machine up in mud. It's kind of heavy. Look at all the roots. My gracious. One little 8-inch tree. Got 20-foot diameter root mat. Look at that. That is insane. That one little tree has that much. It's like carpet. I gotta break that off. That one never dry out enough to burn. And look at that. Roll the carpet. Well, if that tree had that many roots, I can only imagine what this one's going to do. Probably make the pond 10 foot bigger when I pull it out. Let's see. Yep, we made the pond bigger. I don't know how these trees live staying in water like that. Most of the time they'll end up dying, but somehow that one has survived. Look at all those roots. My gracious. Alright, I'm just going to let that sit there and dry out in the heat that's coming this week. And we'll worry about cleaning that up when it's ready to burn. Alright, I'm going to splash a little water on here and see if I can't clean the windshield off. I better go down here to where it's a little bit deeper. Pond's only about a foot deep right there. It'll be hard to get a bucket full. Alright. One to clean the bucket out. And one for the machine. Let's make sure the windshield's actually latched this time. And go for it. There we go. A good splash. Easiest way to clean the windows. Alright, I'm gonna go knock some more trees down. Take off into the pond here to clear out the head section, and hopefully it doesn't get too soft and I'll make too big of a mess. I'm gonna pile all this stuff up right here so that I can grab it when I move that pile back. I want that little tree to lay over. There we go. Dry out. Alright, got a big willow tree here. Let's go ahead and grab it. Probably gonna break into 50 million pieces. These trees are pretty brittle. Get all this stuff piled up over here, and then the rest I'll take up to the other side. Always end up with a lot of dirt and mud when clearing wet areas like this. Just because the root mat material from all the trees growing in this wet area just adds up. So whatever you do to get it out of the wet area and drying will be that much more better. I guess the plus side is the ground is really pretty stable down here. to be such a wet area, it's not like I'm trying to sink out of sight. It seems like it's very sandy and gravelly, which is odd. This area should be black mud. You guys see right there, there's a prime example of these trees grow. They got the real shallow root system, and then the wind blows them over. You end up with a big tree laying down and still growing. That off, a big branch kind of randomly hanging there. Going pretty good here though. Grab this gnarly stuff right here, and once everything's cleared, we'll address, maybe wait till later on this summer to dredge this thing out. We'll just have to see. It'd be nice to cut the dam in half and kind of let it drain down and really dry out. We are going to go that route. That way we don't have so much mud to deal with. It'll really drain this area out, dry it out some. But we'll just have to wait and see. The rest of the brush, I'm just going to take it up this way. I got plenty to burn over here. Clean this up, then I'm going to go around and work my way from the top side back down. That way I can pile all the brush up in a pile where it's going to be burnt at, and not end up painting myself into a corner here where I can't go anywhere. honestly a shallow little pond. I mean, it's only about a foot deep. Needs a little loving. That's why everything's just so swampy looking. It's just enough water to keep the grass growing, but little trees and stuff will start growing out of it. I'm just amazed that the ground is solid enough for me to be able to drive in here like this. Normally, you wouldn't think you'd be able to do it in this area. Down east, it just gets very soft and boggy. There's some soft spots, but this right here doesn't seem to be too bad. All right, I'm gonna head up there and get that section of the hill cleared and piled up into a burn pile. Back up here on the other side. I don't know what type of tree this is, but we looked at saving it, but I don't know. We decided not to. I don't know if that's a cottonwood tree or what it is. Got a bunch of roots on it though. Don't really see very many of them. Therefore we didn't want to risk leaving it and it end up dying, having a bigger mess to clean up. Plus it was right where I want to do a burn pile. And I'm saving all those trees over there. And I think we'll be able to clean this corner up a little better. Out this down there to the pond. We'll leave that island of poplar trees over there for some shade. I'm not a tree expert. I know a lot of the trees, but I don't really know exactly what this one is. Just getting into springtime here. The leaves aren't fully developed. But I know one thing, the tractor's got a stump on it. Lots of roots. But the bark looks like it's covered in warts. Kind of weird. I think might be 330. Give the 220 a run for its money here. It's got it. That 330 will spoil you, but this thing right here will surprise you in what it'll do too. Over here, and some of the roots pulled off and branches broke up, and I should be able to pick this thing up and move it. Very brittle wood though, it breaks pretty easily. I've really only seen these trees grow in like old areas where it's like trash piles, stuff's been pushed up. I mean, you can tell it's pretty much effortless to break the big branches off, other than 10 of them in one pile. Put a comment in the comments below if you know what type of tree this is. I'll grab the leaves and bring them up here so you can see them. Really, nothing, just kind of a oval shaped leaf there. Pick this up now, maybe. Yeah. Shake a little more dirt off. Put it in the pile and cover it up in brush. I'm sure we'll see it again when we're burning. It'll be about half this size. End up being the only thing left in the pile. Kind of hard to grab. Alright, well I'm going to clean this up, put all that brush into this pile, and finish taking down those trees over there to the pond. There we go. Ready to burn. Making progress. Finally made it all the way around the pond here. So that's where I stopped Saturday. We stopped clearing there Saturday, finished getting all that cleared. I left that one tree there, cedar tree and an oak tree, just to kind of give a little bit of shade over there. Those should really fill out now. And once we clean out the pond, kind of shape everything towards that. But came around here, got all this cleared this morning, and I got a big nice brush pile here now. And the last few trees to take down right here are this little group right here to kind of clean this out. It stays kind of wet in here. I think we can come in here and reshape it and dig the pond out right in here to get rid of that low area and put all the dirt up here to kind of fill this in is the game plan for what I think needs to be done. So I'm going to knock these trees down right here and then go over there behind the dozer and stack up some of that brush. And then take the dozer and kind of start raking through here the rest of the day, kind of blading this stuff off so that it will dry out. It is wet right here. Let's grab these last few trees here and put them over here in the pile. Got a mix of maple and sweet gum trees. Dirt. Get the windshield dirty. These roots right here, the dozer will get the rest. More of that phenomenal privet bush. Get done with this clearing. There's a spot behind the pond dam he wants to clear a little bit more, and then probably another acre or so over there. We're going to get rid of that group of trees that go up through the middle of the field and combine that and make one big field. I'm really going to open that up and make that look nice. come back this way so that everything, all the limbs and everything break off right here at the pile instead of way out there away from the pile. Alright, I'm going to grab the rest of this, push those couple of trees over, and then go down there and stack up the burn pile and start pushing with the dozer. Okay, let's push a little bit of brush over here to the burn pile, right over there with the 220, and stack that up. So we've got some room to push this stuff over here now. Place for it to go. Back up, got a root I missed. There we go. Try again, a little bit farther, right here, and here we go. Just push this over here to this lower burn pile, and I can grab it with the 220 and shake the dirt out of it, stack it up there on the pile. Evidently we're like halfway into the solar eclipse right now. It's kind of getting a little yellow outside, but not dimming down as much as I was expecting. So we'll see what it looks like here in it said somewhere between like 2 and 3 it was supposed to fully come through here, I guess, or 3 and 4. I can push this next brush pile. It's fairly good size, pretty big. See what the little Komatsu can do here. Just gonna kind of run around the rest of today and push piles up. I think I can go over there behind the pond dam and start pushing all those piles back up there to the wood line where I'm gonna do another big burn pile and burn those. So it's looking like about 4 burn piles out here is what I'm shooting for. Keep from having to move this stuff so far. Oh yeah, Komatsu's getting it done. Here we go. This really is a good sized little dozer. I mean, it's great for grading. A little small for clearing, but it does do a good job root raking. It's like the perfect size dozer for root raking, finish root raking. But the D6, it definitely moves mountains of brush, no doubt. But it just does not do a very finesseful job of root raking and fine grading. So everything has its ups and downs. This little dozer does about the best of them at all. So. Alright, I'm going to push a few more piles down here and then go over there to the pond dam. Over here on the other side of the pond dam now. Let's see if I can push a few of these brush piles over here into one big long row where I'll end up grabbing it and stacking it up into a pile over there in the woods, because I'm going to clear all that and burn over there. I kind of put everything into pushable size piles when I cleared it last week, so this should go relatively fast. Dry out some. So I've actually got to go work on some other projects probably the rest of this week, so that'll give this some time to dry out. The next time I'm out here, should be able to finish clearing and burn relatively easy. I don't know if this pile's gonna push as easy. Come on. Need to load up in front of these tracks with some weight. Maybe. It's starting to move. This might be a D6 pile. It's pushing it though. Come on. And back up and hit it again. Do it, little dozer. There we go. Once you get it moving, it normally goes. Get a good low gear here and just let the tracks bite in. Don't let them spin. Once they spin, you lose all your traction. Kind of take that pile of brush, push into it, pick up a little bit. That'll put a lot of weight on the front end, and it'll bite down in the ground a little bit better. Then your pile kind of roll like that a little bit. That's probably about as far as we're going to be able to push it. I think it touched the other pile, maybe a little bit more. Roll it some. Nope, that's all we got. Alright, I'm going to grab the rest of these piles and get them pushed over here to a big long windrow. I'm not saying this is a big push, but it's pushing it and I can't see where I'm going. But I think we're heading in the right direction. I'm just going to keep on dragging, because this is about an off-road truck and a half load of brush. Maybe two in one giant pile, and this bad boy is digging in and pushing, so we're going for it. Uh-oh, we're slowing down. Uh-oh, and that's it. Back up, dragging. Oh, I think we've hit the pile of brush. That might be why. Oh, we can't go no farther. I think we have reached the brush pile. We have. And finishing out today here. Pond's looking good. Got everything cleaned up all the way around it. Just got to get all that brush put into one pile. All those trees are eventually coming out. I'll do a big burn pile up there as well. Just spent the last hour or so with the dozer, pushing all these brush piles from behind the dam up there into that pile. And it looks like that area that I went down in the woods, I cleared my trail, got that little ditch dug, and it seems like that has drained down really well. So yeah, all this looks pretty good. If they had only kind of kept this mowed and maintained, it's got a pretty nice slope on it that could have been mowed, but farm work always gets behind sometimes and it gets overgrown with trees. But yeah, I like the way everything's looking. I'll finish getting all that brush over there put into one pile and a little bit more over there. So I'm gonna let this sit and dry out for this week, and next time I come back, I'll get all these piles put into a big pile and finish clearing that section right there.